So welcome Amandeep to the first session of GateCode S1 organized by CoderZDevs today. And so first of all, I would like to ask you, how was your gate paper, and the marks that came out of it were up to expectations or were more than your expectations? How was it as totally as a scenario?
Okay, so hello, thank you for having me here. Talking about my gate paper, I gave gate from chemical engineering, that is the code CH, and I'm currently in third year. So talking about the expectations, I guess it was fair enough. I had moderate, like we were already told by our educators that the paper level will be moderate and it would not be, easy because we knew the paper setters and the institute that was going to set the papers. While during the paper also, while I was attempting it, I found it like not easy, but it was kind of moderate. I did not expect the reaction when I came out of the examination hall. Everyone was like, paper was difficult. I did not feel that it was difficult. What I felt where I lacked was I lacked practice. Being in the third year, I couldn't, like practice much. I did complete majority of the subjects, but talking about the practice, since I did not have much of it, so that is where I lacked. But according to me, the paper was fair. If I had more practice, then I would have had definitely scored better, and of course, even if I would have had avoided the silly mistakes as well.
Yeah. So what your AR 1373, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, great. That's actually great. And means what college do you aspire to take for such a all India rank?
Okay, so according to this rank, I might get IIT Guwahati, BHU, Roper, and all those IITs basically.
Okay, but particularly these IITs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So are you planning to reattempt the GATE exam next year, or you're probably going to look after some of these IITs, right? Yeah.
No, I'll be reattempting the paper with a better strategy, with better preparations, because I anyways have to clear my fourth year to get into any of the IITs. So why not, put in extra effort little bit and get a better score, because since we already have an exposure to what kind of an examination it is, the
Hmm.
strategies, the mistakes that I have already committed in my first preparation. So I would be looking forward to not commit it again so that I get a better score and a much better rank this time.
Yeah, sure. So all the best for your next attempt.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so as regards the GATE, particularly GATE paper is concerned, what were your aims and how did you approach towards the exam right from the start of preparation? I mean, while the mindset while giving the exam is different and the mindset while we start the preparation is different. So how was the approach?
Absolutely. Okay, so talking about the initial phase, I actually was tense because I started in May. So I started, like just in a very playful manner. I was like, vacations है vacation नहीं थी exactly, but COVID के time we did not have a lot of pressure also, and the college also was going okay. In the sense, there was not much pressure at that point, even from the college point of view. So I was like, instead of like binge watching web series or doing something like that, why not start with gate preparations? Because I have like heard from many of the people that giving gate is beneficial and everything. So
Yeah.
I just started to Google it and started searching about it on the YouTube, and I found an academy basically. So I started watching the lectures of an academy, starting from chemical reaction engineering by Shailendra sir and chemical technology by Sumit sir. So I got interested basically in those subjects. So my father, upon seeing that, like after around 1.5 years, I was literally studying, like sincerely studying, and not just studying for passing my examinations.
Yeah.
So he asked me if I would like to go with the plus subscription, and so that is how we purchased the subscription. So once I started, so I immediately called up Shailendra sir after watching a few lectures. I was like, "Sir, you have told कि ये सब आपका कॉलेज में हो गया है, and I'm just a second year student, तो मैं कैसे करूँगी? मेरे को कुछ नहीं आता है." तो
Yeah.
all our faculties basically all are that good. He was like कि आप पढ़ो, जो नहीं आएगा हम extra classes में ले लेंगे. If
True.
you want, we'll set up few more classes for the practice. So that is how your instructors, your guides should also be. At the first point only, if he would have had told me कि नहीं होगा, आप बाद में देख लेना, तो that my mindset would have also changed towards the great approach. So
Yeah.
slowly and steadily, I began, I first learned one subject, two, three, and then progressively, I guess I had completed around eight to nine subjects. So
Okay.
during the entire preparation, my college faculties and my unacademy faculties, all of them were continuously supportive. You know, you call them at any point of time, even if you text them at 1, you'll get the reply by 3 in the morning.
Hmm.
So they were that supportive. So, you know, with constant support, uske baad they, you know, continuously took motivational sessions because at this point you definitely need them. You
Yeah,
might
absolutely.
be able to solve 100 questions, and even if 101 question you're not able to attempt, you will be like, there is no use, you know, studying for this much time.
Yeah.
So continuously they were very, very supportive, and even definitely my family, not no, not to mention basically, because family is always supportive. Okay? So my
Yeah.
family also, you know, they were like, "You pad whatever you want, we'll do it. Bahar ka kaam ho gaya. You just focus on your studies basically." So I did get a fair, well support from everywhere.
Yeah, that's great. And what was the exact what you can say methodology, or you can say the ideology that you used behind the preparation? I mean, whether you referred some resources, or what was the exact you can say like there are some important topics
Yeah,
actually in the portion. Like some topics have more weightage. So did
yeah.
you use up your time to cover them first, or you just cover the easier topics first and give a lot of time towards the end for the major topics?
Okay, so honestly, when I started with my preps, I did not even know ki what all subjects are there. What all am I supposed to cover? How am I supposed to approach my paper? I just went with the flow during my initial days. Whatever our faculty used to teach here, I used to listen to them. So basically, I started when already CRE, the chemical reaction engineering, was almost completed, and that subject, you know, holds around 8 to 12 marks ka weightage.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's a subject only takes around 2 to 2.5 months to complete. So we started with the recordings first, and along with that, I also started with chemical technology because that was the live subject that was going on. So I started with two subjects at one time because it is not recommended that you go more than two subjects, because
Yeah.
you don't only have to study, you need to practice it thoroughly. It is not like कि आज भी पढ़ लिया and after 2 months again you will no study the entire subject again.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
going with the two subjects is a much better approach. So, however, you know, like we were taught, so I started basically watching the recordings. I started like I gradually developed interest. ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि first day ही, you know, I sat and I watched 4 lectures at a stretch. I
Yeah.
gradually started from one lecture, two lecture, so it increased basically. And again, you know, being in constant touch with my faculties, they always guided us thoroughly कि ये करना है, इसके बाद this lectures you have to watch, ये practice यहाँ से जाएगी. These are the assignments that we have provided. So
Yes.
all of this was, you know, mentored by them only. And talking about the external resources, I knew that I did not have time for going to the external resources.
Okay.
So I only studied what my faculties taught, and after giving my first attempt, I am pretty confident that whatever they taught is also more than the expected portion. So like CRE only our sir had taught for more than 120 hours. Like literally one subject for more than 120 hours. So
Wow.
that is how bulky they teach. So you don't have to refer to external sources. But yes, we cannot debate on this. Ki books, you need books, but provided you have time. If you
Yeah.
have just 9 months and you have 12 subjects to cover, that is not even 1 month for one subject. And apart from that, you need to give test series. You need to plan your preparations, strategies, your college examinations. You got to plan everything. So
Yeah.
I
Perfect.
personally did not refer any external sources, although I did get them. I have two to three reference books right now, but I have never even opened them basically for my gate preps.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and apart from an academy lectures and material that they provided, as you stated,
Yeah.
apart from these, which online platforms you do probably there can be a site that provides the mock test or
Yeah.
provides gate previous year's papers. So any
Yeah.
site that you have used for the preparation like that?
Yeah, I did refer to one website for the mock tests and nothing apart from that, because all the previous year questions are also provided by our faculties, and they did not only provide the questions but they made us sit and solve all these questions.
Okay.
So, yeah, that was how we prepared. So, I did not refer any other website apart from one which I did for the mock tests.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
And as we are now speaking of mock test, how major role does mock test play in the preparation? I mean, it gives us practice at the end towards the what you say beginning of Feb or something. But as regards the mock test just before the exams and mock test that you give before your complete portion is ready, like perhaps you test your particular topic or test particular subject or either test the entire portion also, because many students complete the entire portion by October November itself, so
Yeah.
they can give they can start giving the mock test earlier than the other students. So
Yeah.
how was your lookout towards the mock test?
Okay, so as I told earlier also that I did purchase the plus subscription. In this subscription, they basically have tests every week.
Okay.
Although they'll just cover 10 questions per test, but at that point of time, you will feel कि ठीक है सिर्फ 10 ही question है. But
Hmm.
as the time passes by, you realize the value of even those 10 or 5 questions which were already given in that test, because those questions make you revise your concepts. You know like all you revise the entire thing basically. So I started my mock test, like around the start of December, I guess, which was late,
Hmm.
because the point is that subject wise test you are supposed to start latest by September. You cannot delay it further, because once you give subject wise test, you realize where you are lacking basically. You
Yeah.
realize what all parts you're supposed to strengthen abhi. So if
Yes.
you're starting that test in September, you still have time. But once you do that by like October or November, and I'm sorry, आपके पास time नहीं है, then you have to start with the mixed subject test,
Yeah.
and
True.
उसके बाद the full length mock test. So that is also one of the mistakes I made, that I did not listen to my faculties. My subjects which were even covered by June, July, I did not give the complete test because I feared failure. Because I was like कि test में कम marks आएंगे तो क्या होगा, sir क्या बोलेंगे? But sir कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, वो सिर्फ समझाएंगे. And this thing I did not realize it at that point. बट नाउ आई फील कि तभी टेस्ट दिया होता तो शायद एग्जाम के पहले ये एरिया और स्ट्रांग हो जाता.
Yeah.
You realize that only after you complete 60 questions in 3 hours of one particular subject. At that time you realize ki where are you lacking abhi also.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
that is what is the importance of mock test, and especially for the first timers, mock tests are even more important than your studies basically, because unless and until you know your paper, you know your opponent, will not be able to face it properly.
Yeah.
एग्जामिनेशन हॉल में यू कैनॉट जस्ट सिट एंड थिंक कि पहले रीजनिंग करूँ, पहले वर्बल करूँ, पहले कोर केमिकल के क्वेश्चंस करूँ, क्या अप्रोच यूज करूँ, उसमें 3 घंटे निकल जाएंगे. You should know beforehand. If your aptitude is strong, complete it in 20 minutes max. If you
Yes.
don't know verbal or your English is weak, you should not attempt those questions. Leaving those 5 questions will not harm you. But
Yeah.
wasting your 10 minutes on those will definitely harm you. So that is what your mindset should be ready before even you go and attempt your paper.
Yeah, perfect. So, yeah, that's regards the mindset and what approach that you have to use. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, apart from this, what other strategies can you suggest to other candidates, like self notes, or we make what you say summarize notes for completely remembering a particular concept, and that too in a short amount of time, like let's say the LMR that we use,
Yeah.
last minute revision. So for that we use charts, we use tables, etc. So were you provided with some thing like this or some notes like this, or you prepared it yourself?
Okay, so talking about the notes, I from school time itself, I never relied on someone else's notes. I love to prepare my own notes, because that is how you realize you on what page where you have written what concept. So it
Yeah.
becomes easier for you, like while revision or while attempting questions, कि हाँ ये पेज में ये लिखा है. After making a 400 pages का notebook, you just cannot, like turn it every time you find a question and you are like यार ये topic एक बार refer कर लेते हैं. So
Yeah.
for that, your notes are the best. And talking about the short notes or the last minute revision wale notes, that also you are supposed to prepare it by yourself, because suppose I am weak in XYZ topic and you are weak in ABC topic. So you might have included that ABC in your notes. But if you are already strong at XYZ point, you won't include it in your notes, right? So
Yeah.
I'll face difficulty if I refer your LMR. And it is a possibility, just because it is there in your short notes, it is an important concept and it might come in paper and I might miss upon that question.
Yeah.
So it is, very, very beneficial if you prepare your own short notes.
Okay.
And talking about coaching, they did provide, like sir did take continuous revisions of marathons basically, 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hour marathon. But you cannot rely on those notes because he's a faculty, he definitely knows everything. But
Yeah.
still उन्होंने आपके perspective से notes बनाए. But
True.
that is also a possibility if you are a second or a third year student, तो आपको वो concept में भी और deep जाना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
बिकॉज आपने शायद पहले नहीं पढ़ा है उसको या पहले इतना फोकस नहीं किया है उस पे. So
Perfect.
referring to the titles for your faculty's notes, that is a gem point. But just relying on those notes, I don't really think it is a good idea.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. So self notes is the best idea to prepare for it.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So, apart from now, self notes are done, the mock test is done, and the preparation strategies is done.
Yeah.
So, probably we find sometimes in may it be any what to say sub branch of gate, like may it be CS or IT, etc., or chemical.
Yeah.
So, in every aspect, which topic in your respective field did you find the toughest? I mean, it consumed a lot of hours, and still the concept was not that clear. So you had to refer to some external book, either by foreign authors or by Indian author anyway. But it was out of the syllabus. It was not completely included in syllabus, or you felt that it is too difficult to tackle.
Okay, so talking about these subjects, talking about fluid flow operations, basically, that subject is actually based on physics that we have studied till 12th or for JEE Advanced. So since my physics was, weak from the school days only, I faced a lot of difficulty in FFO. So
Okay.
gradually I started studying this subject, I guess around in June, second week or something. And I literally was practicing this subject till 5th of February. I had my paper on 6th until 5th because for developing concepts, you need time. And once you understand everything, this subject is very, very vast basically. So every time you encounter a question, you will find that this question is not as same as the previous one. इसमें you have a lot of concepts involved, like many concepts involved. Velocity find करो, diameter find करो, ये find करो. You have to find everything
Everything.
basically. So for gaining a grasp on that subject, I found it difficult. But yes, along with due to my faculty support, basically, our sir within a span of I guess around 5 months or even lesser than that, he made us solve more than 1,000 questions. I guess I have not even noted down all the questions, but yes, along with him, the practice he made us to do everything. The kinematics and dynamics, those were the parts that I faced a lot of difficulty basically because you have to integrate everything, you have to differentiate everything, what all you have to do there. So that was one of the most difficult part, but yes, our sir, due to his support only, कभी मॉर्निंग में 7 की क्लास लगाएंगे, कभी नाइट में 11:15 से 1:15 पढ़ाएंगे. एनी टाइम ही यूज्ड टू फाइंड आउट व्हेन द स्टूडेंट्स वर फ्री एंड क्लास लगा देंगे. इट डिड नॉट मैटर टू हिम if one student was attending his lecture or 100 of them were doing that. So basically, yeah, basically, I would tell due to his support only, I was actually able to crack that subject. And there is another subject in GATE. I forgot its code base. हाँ, XC करके subject होता है. You
Yeah.
have to select two subjects. So I never ever thought in my wildest dreams that fluid flow operations will be the subject that I would choose in that paper. And to my surprise, I did attempt questions and I was actually able to attempt most of the questions. That
Great.
paper is actually 4 levels difficult than the chemical engineering paper because in chemical engineering you have 10 subjects, 12
Yes.
basically. And in XC you just have 3 subjects, aptitude and 2 other subjects. तो वी कैन लाइक इमेजिन अगर कोई सब्जेक्ट हमारे में आता है फॉर 7 to 8 months और कोई सब्जेक्ट वहां आता है 33 marks का, तो वो डिफरेंस लेवल का. बट सर डिड प्रिपेयर अस टू दैट लेवल कि आई वाज एक्चुअली एबल टू गिव दैट पेपर. एंड
Yeah.
केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग का तो इट वाज नॉट इजी बट इट वाज काइंड ऑफ मॉडरेट कि थोड़ा सा थिंक करने पे आई कुड अटेम्प्ट दी एफएफओ का क्वेश्चंस. तो आई वाज
Yes.
सैटिस्फाइड इन एग्जाम की हाँ अभी इतना टाइम से मेहनत किया, मॉर्निंग में 7 बजे उठ के किया, रात को 1 बजे तक किया, दैट वाज एक्चुअली वर्थ इट.
So mainly 100% of effort.
Perfect.
At each moment you have to just think about it. You just can't
Perfect.
allow
Absolutely.
yourself to get distracted.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so now you are already told like which colleges are open as regards your rank is concerned. So apart from these colleges, which colleges do you want to get in the next attempt or in the next attempt, or let's say the top colleges? So which are these colleges which are mainly important as regards the master's program? For any branch, I mean, for CS also the same college may be important because the rank of that college will be higher than the other college.
Right.
So can you list out some colleges like that?
Okay, so talking about as far as chemical engineering is concerned, IISc Bangalore is the best if you want to go for PhD. You know, if you are basically interested in research,
Yeah.
because that is basically a research organization, research institution, right? So
Yeah.
that is the top. And talking about the placement thing, IIT Bombay is on top. First is
Yeah.
IIT Bombay in terms of placement, ISC in terms of research. Apart from that, no, like ranking it, we have Bombay, then we have Delhi, Madras, then ICT we have at Mumbai only,
Yeah.
Matunga, Institute of Chemical Technology. And after that, we have Roorkee, and like the list goes on like that only.
Okay, so these are the important
Colleges.
main colleges important for what you say chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that was great. That I mean, the piece of advice and piece of knowledge, advice in the sense because I'm still in my third year, so I'm planning to give the gate in fourth year for the
Right.
CS section. But
Definitely.
apart from that, as a what we can say, as an enthusiast, this is a really a great piece of information that was helpful for me, and I hope it was helpful for the audience also.
Yeah.
So thank you once again for participating in this session of GateCode organized by CoderZDevs, and we hope that you clear out the GATE exam next year with flying colors and get your dream college through it.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Aditya. And I wish you as well all the best. And to all our viewers that are watching our videos, you
Yeah.
guys can connect with us if you have any queries, any difficulties. We'll be ready to help you people. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Yes, thank you all. Thank you for joining us today. And as she said, you can always post your doubts and comments. And of course, you can also post it on our forum on our official website, which is hosted a month ago. So thank you all for your support. And let's see you all in the next session of GateCode. Thank you.